Okay. Now we good. There we is. There we is. Yeah, yeah. Yo. What's going on? It's your favorite sports podcast. But if you don't know the name, let me put you on, gang. It's the Zone Sports Podcast. Yes, sir. I'm the host of the show, your boy Big V, here with the other host of the show, my guy. I ain't seen in over a week. Yeah. Let the people know who you be, my G.
Yo, it's your boy Cool C, never dated a floozy. It's your boy COOL. Definitely wondering what the hell, it's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. For those out there in YouTube land, we got to sign out for you out back. Boom, right there, Big V. Big Vito, what's up, man?
Man, I'm here to pod today, baby. You know what I mean? I'm here to get into some good sports talk. I'm here to be funny. I'm here to be all that, but I'm not here to lie to y'all. But before we get into all that, I gotta let the people know we sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. So make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. Head over there, get you one of these fly jackets. You know what I mean? It's jacket season, you heard. Make sure you shopping at the right spot. We got the fly hoodies. You know what I mean? We got some hair work coming, pause, and all that. You know what I mean? Corey.
Yeah.
Yo, we took a week off, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Your boy had a PTA meeting last week I had to attend to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all that, but man, we here to pod today. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the sports world. You know what I mean? Speaking of crazy, let's just jump right into the what the hell segment, Corey. What's going on, baby?
Big V. Real quick, I'm going to get this out the way. The what the hell is brought to you by me, co-sponsored by my baby girl, yada yada yada. We know this.
Sir.
Big V, I would like to pose this what the hell by asking you a series of questions. So I'm not leading the witness here.
Okay.
I'm quite sure you watched Sesame Street growing up as a kid, correct?
Of course I did.
Do you have a favorite character on Sesame Street? And if so, what is his or her name that is your favorite character off of Sesame Street?
Oscar the Grouch by far.
Oscar the Grouch. That's a good one. You know what, Big V, everyone's having my baby girl, man. I've been watching a whole bunch of Sesame Street lately. Shout out to Max or whatever they call themselves this week. You know what I know? My favorite character, Big V?
Who?
Count Von.
I love Count. I love the Count.
Count Dracula, where he's modeled after Count Von Dracula, whatever. But Count Von, I like to count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Here's the beauty of counting. It sets you up for other things.
Mm-hmm.
And, it sets you up for a proper time management. It sets you up for a down and yardage if you're speaking of football, Big V. And I would question, I'm about to do a double what the hell. This goes to two people.
Okay.
I would question the validity of these two said individuals, whether they're even able to count at this point, Big V. Big V, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. If you are up 3 points and you are on offense, and let's just say that there's 23 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. As a head coach, this segment is now going to be called What Would Big V Do? What would you do if you're up by 3 points? It's 36 seconds to go. What play would you run if you're on offense, Big V?
I'm going to run to take a knee.
Take a knee. Ladies and gentlemen, let the record reflect that I did not lead Big V on with this said question. All right, Big V, I got another question for you here. If you're down by 2 scores, and you're on offense again, Big V, if you're down by 2 scores, but you are at the top of the fourth quarter with about 13 minutes to go, you are now staring 4th and 13 dead in your face. But you got 13, 14 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and it's 4th and 13. Big V, what play would you run?
I'm going to run punt. Run punt.
One punt?
Yeah.
Big V, I have another last and final question before I launch here.
Okay.
Big V, if you are maybe on the 20-yard line, and now you're on defense. You're on defense now.
Okay.
You're on defense, and you're basically up and or tied, but you're on defense. And that said opposition team is probably, the yardage really doesn't matter, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they're on your 10, 15. You're playing defense now. So, in other words, that opposition is 15 yards away from scoring. How many players would you line up on defense? Not formation, not any of that. How many football players on your defense would you have?
11?
Ladies and gentlemen, let the record reflect that Big V answered all my questions successfully. Well, YouTube Nation, the Zoners, none of these have failed to materialize as of last week or the week before last. Big V, my what the hell is going to go to a combination of Miami Hurricanes, Mario Cristobal, and my guy, even though I can't stand the team that he plays for, Marcus Freeman of Notre Dame, aka the Rudy School. Big V, I can't take. I can't do this. Let me break down the Miami. All right. And this is from ESPN.com. Miami's coach, Mario Cristobal, took full ownership of the way that the Hurricanes lost to Georgia Tech this past Saturday, Big V. They lost 20-17. Now, let's go back to that first scenario that I gave you. You're up by 3. Now, and for those who don't know, typically the play clock normally has like 40 seconds, maybe only 25 if you're coming out of a timeout, TV timeout, give or take. I don't know about that part. But anyway, I know it's typically 40 seconds. They had 33 seconds to go. 33 seconds to go. Miami Hurricanes would have been undefeated had they just taken a knee. No. Instead, Miami opted to run the ball with 33 seconds to go, up 2017. Don Chaney Jr., the running back, fumbled. Georgia Tech recovered the ball with 74 yards in 25 seconds and ran it in for a touchdown, Big V. And therefore, Miami's season as being undefeated is over, and you may argue that it may have cost them their chance at the playoff. Now, he being Mario Cristobal, head coach of Miami, stated that I made the wrong call in this weekly news conference. I take full responsibility. No, okay, we all can have a dog in the fight. We all can screw up. Hell, I'm not perfect. Hell, I probably screw up about 2 or 3 times on this podcast within our little 40-minute allotment here. But Big V, no. Oh, you think we done? No, we ain't done.
Are we not done?
Let me tell you something that I did not know and that you may not have known.
Okay.
In all of Miami victories, they have not lined up in victory formation in any of his 5 games this season. Every single chance they had a chance to do a victory formation, they opted to hand the ball off. Well, as why Miami did not line up in victory formation this season, Cristobal said it was something the team does practice, but we didn't do it Saturday and we should have. Okay, I don't have time to stay on this. Let's go to Marcus Freeman.
Maybe Mario didn't look through his crystal ball.
Oh, I see what you did there, Big V. I see what you did there. I like that. He did not. You know what? Y'all gonna have to rewind it if y'all ain't catch it. He ain't looked through the crystal ball, Mario Cristobal. Now to Marcus Freeman. This is a guy who I'm in such conflict with. He's one of us, Big V. He's a brother. And a lot of brothers don't get a shot really at D1, let alone at a prestigious Rudy University known as Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Thousands or whatever. And, he didn't stay but so long. So I hate Notre Dame. I love Marcus Freeman, but dude, he's making it very difficult, Big V.
What'd he do, man?
I would like to bring your attention to the second scenario that I brought up, going against Louisville. Again, top of the fourth quarter. I say top. Maybe like 12 or 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Down by 2 scores. Down by 2 scores, Big V.
Okay.
It ends up going to 4th and 11 on Notre Dame's own 35-yard line. Big V, still a game. But you know what Marcus Freeman does, Big V? On a 4th and 11?
What'd he do?
He decides to go for it. Knowing that if you don't convert, Louisville gets the ball at your own 35. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, instead of you punting it and maybe having to make Louisville go, 70, 80 yards, you give it to them at 35. So all Louisville have to do is go 35 yards to score the rock. And that's exactly what the hell happened, Big V. This isn't anything new with Marcus Freeman, unfortunately. This isn't anything new because let's take you back 2 weeks prior when Notre Dame played Ohio State. Came down to the last couple of plays of the game, Big V. That's just the third scenario that I brought towards you where, Ohio State, the Ohio State, is about a good 30, 25 yards from giving it to you. No pause on your own end zone. So what you want to do, Big V, is you want to make sure you got all hands on deck. You want to communicate with your defense, right? You want to make sure that everything is all good to go.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, offense and defense gets to have 11 players on their team to either execute their offense or to execute their defense or to execute special teams or to execute whatever the hell that materialized.
How many they had?
Had 10 players, Big V. And Big V, this not just happened on one play. It happened on the final 2 plays back to back, Big V. And let me tell you what Marcus Freeman, I'm paraphrasing, what he stated was, yeah, I saw that we only had 10 players on the field, but they didn't have any timeouts and they didn't want to rush and throw another player out there because it may have caused a penalty. Timeout.
What?
So Big V, if you're unsure of your personnel or how many players you got on the field, I don't really know what to tell you. But let's go also a little bit further here. All right, the first play that you only had 10 players up there, I might could give you that. But what about the second one? You are on the half-yard line, Big V. You are on the half-yard line of stopping Ohio State and going home either with the tie or not a tie, but it was you possibly going into overtime or even winning the game. But Big V, if you have too many men on the field, chances are it's probably going to be like a 5-yard penalty. But Big V, what is 5 yards when you're already on the half-yard line from getting scored on anyway? So instead of it moving from 5 yards, it may move to 1/2 of a nanometer of a centimeter, because that's going to make the big difference. That's why he did not run that level play because he did not want to get called for the penalty. But first of all, what is a smidge of an inch when you're at home with Ohio State and you got a chance to take these motherfuckers to overtime and or win the game? Marcus Freeman, Mario Cristobal that you ain't looking into, what the hell? I can't take it. I can't do it.
Corey, I want you to look up something for me. Can you look up and see where exactly Notre Dame is, or do you know?
Yeah, it's in South Bend, Indiana.
Okay.
Wherever that is.
Real quick, look up to see if the marijuana laws are passed in Indiana for me, please.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I just want to know something real quick. Just real quick.
Oh boy, let's see. Is weed illegal in Indiana? Here we go. Let's see. No, weed is not legal in Indiana.
Okay. I didn't know because it's a lot of just stuff going on with with coaches doing crazy stuff. I didn't know if by chance if that was smoking on the Gary Payton down there too. I don't know because I know Sean Payton and whatever, which leads me to my next topic. I know we off docket, but let's just since we on teams and coaches that stink. Let's just roll right into the Denver Broncos. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know, the Denver Broncos stink. I keep this is my 3rd week coming on this podcast and just talking about how terrible the Denver Broncos are. Corey, can you look up the score to the Denver game this past Sunday? They got their ass whooped again by. Please.
Got you covered. Please. All right, the score for week 5. Can't believe it's week 5 already. The score of Denver, the Jets 31, Broncos 21.
Corey, ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast, if you haven't seen Denver play at all this year, don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. You're good. Their record is about a good 1-4, right, Corey? Some maybe
For
2 or
Denver, yes.
3.
Yep, 1-4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who did they beat. Let me look that up real quick.
And guess what? Some of y'all may be
They
thinking,
beat the Bears.
oh, they
There you
beat
go.
Justin Fields and the Bears.
There you go.
Slow clap for them getting a win against Justin Fields and the Bears. Ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast, I know you're sitting back thinking like, yo, I've been paying attention to sports this year. You know what? They traded for Sean Payton. And they also have Russell Wilson. Oh, let me just put it in perspective in case y'all don't know. They both been stinking. And oh, by the way, I put most of the stink on Russell Wilson. I'm not going to put all this stink on Sean Payton. He just got there, Corey. This is Russell Wilson's second, almost third year with these guys. And oh, by the way, yo, man, I'm here to tell you, at any given moment, I'm waiting on Sean Payton to bench Russell Wilson just because. I'm waiting on it. Because if you think that he's not the guy to do that, I'm trying to tell you Sean Payton is the guy to do that. He will. He's 2 seconds from benching the guy, dog. I'm telling you. Listen, man. Sean Payton, he's going to get to a point where he's going to be at home smoking on the Gary Payton. And he's going to look at his wife and say, listen, it's either his ass or mine, pause. And I just got here. It's going to be his. It's going to be his. Sean Payton he's going to be allowed to have a little bit of grace right now because, again, it's his first year. But I'm telling you, Russell Wilson's grace period is over. After this season, Corey, he's getting the boot. I'm calling it. He's getting the boot. He's getting the boot. He's gone. He will not be a Denver Bronco after this season, Corey.
Big V, they just signed this dude to a 5-year.
I don't give a damn, Corey.
$242 million contract.
Corey, we see this every day. We see players get big contracts and they stink every day. And guess what? These teams give these players 2 years. And you know what, dog? Hey, big dog, come in the office. I'm going to burn one with you, and I'm going to burn your contract at the same time. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen out there in Denver. They're going to burn one. Listen, they're going to be in the office smoking. They're going to call Russell Squares in there because, you know, he don't smoke or drink or do anything fun probably. You know what I mean? He just don't like a fun guy. You know what I mean? So they call him in the office while they burning on some Gary Payton and say, hey, big dog, here's your contract on fire. You know what? We're going to honor your contract while it's burning on fire, and we're going to still pay you. But you got to get the hell out of here. You got to get the hell out of here, Corey. You got to. You're stinking up the organization. Listen, y'all not making the playoffs right now. Y'all not. Y'all are 1-4. It is not looking good going into week 6. It is not looking good for y'all. It is over. It is over. It is over. They need to move on from Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. Somebody has to say it. I'm going to be the guy to say it. It is over for Russell for whatever reason. I don't know if he's not focused. I don't know if he's just burned out at this point in his career. I don't know, Corey. I'm not going to blame it on Sierra like other people have been doing. I'm going to leave Sierra out of it. She don't put cleats on and lace the fuck up. You do, Russell. What are you doing? And oh, by the way, I've heard a story from Beast Mode here recently where he couldn't call Russell. That speaks volumes to him.
That's crazy to me,
dog. Beast Mode, the guy. Beast Mode can't get
That's
your
crazy
number.
To me.
Beast Mode can't call you. Fam.
Wow, they was on the same team, Big V.
Well, they was on the Seahawks, dog. Y'all want to chip together. That man can't call you. Short story short, it speaks volumes to whatever happened down there, the 1 yard line with Malcolm Butler. It speaks volumes. That's all I got. Yeah. What you say, man? What are your thoughts on the Denver Broncos, man?
I think a few things. I think it's quite interesting, and I know you're not putting it all on Sean Payton, that he's actually having a worse go at it than Nathaniel Hackett was. Nathaniel Hackett record was not this bad.
No.
It was still, I mean, you was there, but you won't get blown out like this. Now, I want to talk the contract here, man, because I hear what you're saying, and I think it's going to be way easier said than done because I think so let me break it down. So this year, he's getting paid like already like $42 million, right? And the kicker don't even kick into next year Where he takes a bit of a dip at 41, 40 million, another 40 million year, 41 million and 42 respectively, whatever. But the base salary is what really jumps up. So right now the base salary is of 8 million, right? The Seahawks are still picking it up, in other words. Now his base salary jumps up next year from 8 million to 17, and then from 2025 it jumps from 17 to 37. Next year it jumps from 40, 44, 50. You get the picture. Now, what type of market does Russell Wilson have? Damn if I know. I personally think that I never seen this before, not that I recall. I think he is hurt. I think he is injured, and I think he's not letting people know. Because even though he did play better, I look at the last play of that Jets game where he's just kind of carrying the ball and it gets punched out and you have to fumble to end the game. And I'm just like, man, and I get it. Miami put 70 up on him. Russell don't play on defense. So to me, it's enough blame to go around. But to me, the quarterback is like the ultimate deodorant in a lot of cases. You look at what Justin Herbert is doing with Miami. You look, not Miami, but the LA
San Diego, yeah.
Yep,
LA, whatever.
Sorry. You look at what Andrew Luck did for your guys with no offensive line to speak of at all, and still got to an AFC championship. You look at the years that Tom Brady, Spygate aside, Deflategate aside, what he did with the lack of weapons and stuff like that. And you could argue that Denver ain't really the worst team in the world on paper. I can't explain what's going on here. I think Russell Wilson is hurt. I think he don't want to let people know about it. I think that they put, what's crazy, if I'm not mistaken, Big V, I thought they just got a left tackle to help protect him last year. That don't seem to be panning out. What market do you have for him? Look, a sucker's born every minute. But deal is that, I tell you what, man, I tell you like this. I don't think that Sean Payton is above benching him. I think he's going to get benched before the season's over with. Mm-hmm. I told my wife was like, do you think he's going to get benched? I'm like, honey, he may get 5 more games before he gets benched, because Sean Payton, you can argue how much of this he signed up for. Yeah, he knew Russell Wilson was there, but the new ownership, they are inheriting Russell Wilson. So they might say, you know what, man, sometimes it got to get worse before it get better. We might cut bait with him. I can't see exactly what the dead cap is if they was to cut him right now. But it is number 6 in the league per SpotTrack.com. So in other words, it's a lot of daggone money if you just end up cutting them. You get a trade, but who's going right now, unless I would, like you was getting ready to say, you want to burn up the contract. But I will tell you this. Look here, if I'm the owner of Denver, I'm bringing my man in the office. I'm bringing Mr. Squarepants in the office, and I'm saying, check this out, man. Look, man, we're gonna have to restructure your deal, man. Like, and I get it. You don't play the NFL and you take the beat downs, you take to give up money. I don't. You don't. And I understand that. But to me, I would check Russell Wilson's temperature and see how bad you want to be in the NFL. Because if we could restructure your contract, man, stay. But man, dude, if you can't, like you're talking about, I'm about to be in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes of USC. I'm about to be in that sweepstakes, right? And I don't have to pay Caleb anything right now. We're about to be there whether we want to or not. We're going to stink anyway, bro. You restructure your contract, or you know what, man? Ownership, they got to pass. We ain't asked for Russell Wilson. We ain't signed him to that contract. The GM who helps facilitate that ain't there no more. He gone.
And Corey, didn't they bring in a quarterback whisperer for him, or no?
I thought that was the case.
Was that Greece? Was that? Am I
Brian Greece, I believe.
I thought so.
I thought that was the case. YouTube, hit me up. Let us know. I thought that was the case.
I thought it was too.
I will admit that I might be wrong. I don't recall.
I don't know if he whispering over there. A lot silent over there. Sound like Corey. I don't know, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. The only thing loud over there is the weed. I think. You feel me? That's the only thing I think.
Loud pipes, baby. That's it.
Hey, Denver. I don't know what you're doing, but you know we're gonna move on. Broncos, you suck. I never seen nothing like this from somebody who had such high level of greatness at some point in time. I mean, Corey, well, we name not, and we're gonna move on, but Corey, Kirk Cousins has done more with less.
Yeah. And you could argue that Kirk Cousins got a better trade market than Russell Wilson. Contract aside.
And that's crazy to say out loud.
That I just said that.
That is crazy to say.
Say that out loud 3 times to see how much sense it makes to you, because it don't.
We know Kirk Cousins gonna get him a bag. Hey, shout out to Kirk.
Forget Johnny Manziel. It should be Kirk Cousins doing that money dance. Okay.
Kirk gonna get him a bag. You feel me? Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? Keep doing the thing, Kirk. Salute, baby. Salute. You know what I mean? You know, we're gonna keep it on quarterbacks, Corey, because I listen, Corey, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Your 49ers are playing out of their freaking minds, Corey. And listen, I want to give a shout out to Brock Purdy.
Agreed.
Real quick, man. I slept. I ain't gonna lie. I thought, his first couple of games, when he was in the playoffs and he got hurt, I thought his run was just what it was.
Yeah.
A run. Thought it was just a run. I was wrong. Corey, I was highly wrong. And I'm here to tell you right now, Corey, Brock Purdy is up for MVP. Put it out there. My thoughts. And I'm telling y'all now, going into week 6 right now, and I want to read off why, Corey. I want to read off some stats real quick that I got right here. Corey, I know I don't have to tell you these stats, but for the people in the Zone Sports Podcast land that maybe have not seen the 49ers game, let me catch you up. In 2023, he has thrown for 965 yards. He's averaging 14.8 yards per attempt. He has 5 touchdown passes right now to just 1 pick. I just want to say it again. They've played 5 games. He has 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. He's throwing for almost 15 yards an attempt. Corey, he has almost 1,000 yards going into week 6. Oh, I'm not done. He has had 90 out of 121 passes, Corey. 74. That's, by the way, if you're doing the math, it's 74%. 74%. Listen, man. I want to read it. This is the stat that got me right here. Corey, I just want to read off this QBR real quick.
Yeah.
115.1, Corey. Corey. 115.1.
That is insane.
Corey, listen to me, man. This is my right now going to week 6. He could win the MVP. If football stopped right now, he would have to be the MVP. I don't see nobody in the league that's better than him right now, Corey. He's performing at a high level. He's performing at a smooth, quiet high level. He ain't with the razzle dazzle, Corey. He's going out there to work, kick ass, and go home. Corey, I don't know anybody right now today, on this date today, and going into week 6, who's a better quarterback. You can't name him. You can't name a better quarterback, in my opinion, than Brock Purdy. I'm telling you, Corey, he is up for league MVP. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but Corey, he is up for league MVP. When you mention the Pat Mahomes right now, you got to mention Brock Purdy. You got to. Going into week 6, did I say he was better? No. Don't get it confused, people that are listening. But what I'm telling you, going into week 6 and going into the rest of the season, if he stays healthy, Brock Purdy has to be a contender for MVP, Corey. What are your thoughts, man?
Nothing is more pleasing to me than even talking about this, because normally if you're talking about a quarterback on the 49ers as MVP, that must mean we're doing something right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, it's going to be tough, but yes, he do belong in the conversation, because you could argue that Jimmy G had the same weapons and don't quite utilize
and part of me,
I think he's leading in interceptions and I
misspoke, Corey. He's already over 1,000 yards. Pardon me. He's at 1,019 yards, and pardon me, he has 0 picks. Pardon me. I just want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there.
This is a beautiful man to watch. No pause on that end. As y'all can see, I am a 49er fan. This pleases me to no end. And yes, he should be mentioned in the conversation. I'm with you. I'm not saying that he should win it only because not yet. I'm with you where you saying if it today. I think me personally, I would go with Christian McCaffrey on our squad. That probably should be the MVP. But if we're keeping it limited to quarterbacks, he is just as much of a contender and a conversation piece as anybody else is.
Absolutely, right, Corey.
The way he is, we're not asking him to be Joe Montana. We're not asking him to be Steve Young.
No.
We're not asking him to be Colin Kaepernick. What we are asking him to do is just not to make mistakes. You can call him a game manager. I don't care what you want. You call us 5-0 at the end of the day. And I'm going to go out here on a limb, and I really don't care. Barring injury, we should win the Super Bowl this year. Period, point blank. Barring injury, I'm not worried about no other team with the exception of a Kansas City. I wouldn't even say Philadelphia yet because
I was going to ask you that.
No, because in the NFC Championship game, they played us 11-10 with no quarterback. So, 11-10, hey, but I would give
Good point.
The team that if I had to fear a team, I'm probably more likely to fear Miami than I am Philadelphia. But the good news is that they are in the AFC. Kansas City is in the AFC. I fear no one in the NFC at all. We should get to the Super Bowl and definitely win that mug, barring injury. But that's always been the case. But I am extremely proud of Brock Purdy. He has that Joe Cool mentality that Joe Montana has. And it's a pleasure to watch him just not to screw it up. And he's good at that. I think we got a quarterback.
I think y'all do, Corey. I mean, in 90 attempts, he hasn't thrown the pick. That's impressive. That's impressive.
When you said one, I'm like, okay, maybe he did, but
pardon me.
Yeah,
no. Hadn't thrown any picks. And 90 attempts, 90 out of 121, Corey.
And see, and real quick on that, I know we got to get to our next one. The deal is that it ain't like he's just constantly handing it off to Christian McCaffrey over and over again.
No.
Enough with the ball. It's not like he's only getting 10 attempts per game. Right.
I agree. And again, he's throwing for at least 15 yards almost every time. He's not just throwing a check down screen. He's not doing that. No, he's not just throwing for a 5-yard and just see what CMC can do. No. He's slinging that pigskin. Pause.
Yes, sir.
He is. Corey, what you got, man? You got the Jordan 11s, man, better than the Jordan 5s, or the Jordan 5s better than the Jordan 11s? Yeah, I'm throwing it in there like that. That's how I'm doing it. What you got, man?
I got 5 on it, like them quarters, like them keys. And Jordan 5s all day, man. Jordan 5. I love this ain't even a word, but I'm going to make one up. Okay. The retropicity of it. It's just so retro. It is so old school. These are so classic. I have no issues with the 11s at all. But man, them Jordan 5s, man, it just has. I could actually picture Michael Jordan wearing the Jordan 5s. So great. What say you, man? What you got?
Real quick, let me see if I can pull these up. These that are so special to me and near and dear to my heart. I can't find the exact picture, but real quick, I'm going to go into story mode. It was the winter of 1989, Corey, and it was snowing outside in the K. Your boy was 6 years old. Christmas came, man, went downstairs, ripped off the plastic. Well, not the plastic, pardon me. That's the CD. Ripped off the wrapping paper to a fresh, brand new pair of Jordan 5s in 1989, Corey. They were the white joints, you know what I'm saying, with the 23 on the side, Corey.
Yes.
Corey, yes. I lost my mind. To this day, that memory still just resonates to me. Corey, I got to go with the Jordan 5s. The Jordan 5s are so classic, Corey.
They are.
They can't do no wrong, no matter what colorway they are. You cannot do no wrong with the Jordan 5s, Corey. They will always be near and dear to my heart because they was my first Jordans ever. I don't own out of all these shoes I have, I don't even own a pair of Jordan 5s. I got to get me a pair.
I got
Man,
to.
I love the Jordan 11s. I actually have a song called Jordan 11s on the Mazzavella 2 album, but the Jordan 5s would be near and dear to my heart, Corey, for several reasons, man. Like you said, they just look like they fit Jordan. They just look like they fit Jordan.
Yeah.
And the retropicity of it, Corey, as my
There you
man
go.
said, you know, they undefeated, man.
There you go.
Man. You know what I mean? Before the time run out, though, Corey, gotta let the people know, yo, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in every week. How y'all be tuning in, whether you're catching the clips on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, Instagram, however you doing it, we appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? And Corey, you know, I appreciate you, man. We almost at 100 episodes, you know what I mean?
Brother.
You know what I mean? Before we get up out of here, y'all know how we end this thing, right? Peace.